I think this leads on to like probably the last part that we can talk about is, we have a pretty intense, high-paced environment here.
Yep.
And it's not for everyone, and we're pretty clear on that as part of the hiring process. We want passionate people who are humble and ambitious, right? Like, what an interesting combination, right? But, what are some of the things that we do to kind of soften that up? Because obviously the environment, the work is intense, but then how do we create the environment around to ensure that there's support and so people don't break,
I mean, I think it comes, the culture that we've set up, I think, and I see time and time again across the team, is collaborative. And what you're saying in terms of being humble, there's kind of, people aren't afraid, or with as much as possible we try and set up that we might not know something, and that it's like a comfortable space to be able to say, actually, I don't know how to do this. Can you show me how to do this? And we've set that up through pairing. But I think it's also set up from top down. Like, I've heard you say so many times at different points, like, actually, I don't understand that. And like people being able to just acknowledge, I don't understand it. Yep. Can you tell me? And there's no shame in that.
Yep.
People saying, actually, can you do a training with me on that? I need to learn more about it.
Yep.
That I think is so important.
Definitely.
Because if everyone has to know everything, there would never be anywhere.
Yep.
So you have to be able to say you need help with something. And I think you look around our office, you walk around, and people are always in these little different spaces, sat in either groups or one-on-one, different people helping each other and getting through things. And people kind of saying to someone at the start of the 9 a.m. stand-up, I need help today with this. Like, who can do that with me? Someone's like, yeah, absolutely. Or putting it in Slack. And that, I think, is something that if we ever lose sight of, would be a massive detriment to us.
Definitely. And what do you think is, what's the word? If a company wants to improve their environment so that it's more supportive to kind of high intensity, so what are some of the things they can do to kind of, just to support their staff more, in terms of the structure of the days or the weeks or some of the fun stuff or, some of the supportive things outside of what you just mentioned? Like, is there anything else?
Things like being able to just acknowledge that sometimes people need, like, being able to have a mental health day, or being able to just kind of say, look, actually, I need a day off. I think it's really important for managers to continue to have those one-on-one check-ins. I like to kind of think that we remind people when they haven't taken holidays or if people's leaves accruing, and you're like, how have you not taken a holiday? This isn't going to go well for you. Why don't you take a Friday off? And also just being that link. Like, I think, again, anyone who's your direct report, being able to know that maybe something big is happening in their life, like they're moving house or something's happened with their family, and that you're able to kind of be able to like say, okay, just something's going on. You need to take some time, or you need to work from home, or you just need a bit of space this week.
Yeah. And I think that's
but you got to have that environment, and that comes down to the managers and individual relationships. But like, you can't be fast paced and have people not break if when there's things happening outside of agency that you don't allow for.